Let's bring René first, who's from the Hawaiian Islands, and he's going to share his Tao hands story with us. So welcome, René.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I became a Tao hands healer about 5 years ago when Master Sha came here. And ever since, I've helped many people by just using Tao hands. The most memorable of late is about a year ago, a friend of mine who moved from Southern California to Northern California was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and has spread to her brain. She had lost her father and brother, 2 brothers, from cancer already. So for her, she knew it's just a matter of time also. So she has undergone chemotherapy. And after that, she was supposed to undergo radiation. But because she developed this heart condition, the doctors told her, we can't continue radiation. We can't give you any medication whatsoever. So treatment will be on a halt. So she says, oh, what am I going to do? I said, so we can't do anything, especially in this COVID conditions. So I reached out to her and I said, would you be open to receive Tao hands blessing? And she said, please. So I told her, if she's willing to commit, I'm making a commitment to work with her for the next 10 days and send her Tao blessings every day, which I did. And then she told me every day when I follow up with her, she says she feels better. She feels better, but we can't gauge her condition until she undergoes a CT scan to find out what has happened to golf ball size cancer in her lungs and whatever is left on her brain. So a few months later, she was scheduled to go through a CT scan at Stanford University. And I called her a few weeks after that, and she started crying. I said, why? What's the matter? I've been meaning to call you because in the CT scan that they just did a few weeks ago, she says, they only found a few dots of cancer in my lungs. And the good news was that there's no trace of cancer in her brain. So I told her to continue tracing calligraphy and do some practices that I have added to her healing session, and which she does. And I just called her today, as a matter of fact, and she says she feels amazing. She's now following Master Sha and some of his teachings and practices with all of the events, the free events that Master Sha does online. And I also have one that I did about the same time during the COVID conditions. This guy is a veteran, because I follow a few support groups online that are veterans. And one day I saw a post that says, please pray for me. I just lost my wife from COVID 2 days ago. And I am now in an intensive care unit in Alabama, fighting for my life. So I connected with him on Facebook because that's how I found him. I said, can you talk? And he said, no, because he's already connected to a ventilator. There's a mask connected to my face. I'm just communicating with you through Facebook Messenger. So I said, are you open to receive a blessing? And she says, yes, please. So I said, okay. So I sent the blessing, 5 minutes, silent blessing. And then 5 minutes later, I said, did you feel anything? And he said, in his own words, I felt like I was bathing in warm water, and it felt good. By the way, he had a level of 10 before we started. And at the end of the blessing, he said his pain level went down from 10 to around 6 or 5. So I told him again, I'd be sending you blessings daily for the next 10 days, and I'll follow up with you. So every day I check up with him, and he says he's improving, improving. And then all of a sudden, our communication stopped. He won't respond to my messages anymore. I check his Facebook page, and there was no post on his Facebook page since February of 2020. So I said, oh goodness, I hope we didn't lose him. But somehow I'm very confident that he is still with us. Then a few months went by, and around October timeframe, I visited his Facebook page and I saw a post. So I connected with him right away and I said, do you remember me? And he said, how can I forget? He says, you saved my life from that ICU. Thank you for all the blessings you sent me. I'm doing the practices that you gave me. I am now out of the hospital and joining my 2 young children, starting a new life again without their mother. Those are the 2 really meaningful Tao hands. I have quite a few, but we'll be here all day talking about it. So just to give you tidbits of what Tao hands can do, it is amazingly powerful. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, René, for taking the time to be here with us. Powerful stories, amazing. So thank you, René. Absolutely amazing. See, everyone can be empowered to serve people that way through the Tao hands. Okay.